Lady of the Moon. How I was a good archer who lived in ancient China in the days of Emperor Yao. Apart from his bow, how I also had a horse which ran so speedily that even the wind could not catch up with it. One day he mounted on his horse to go hunting, but his horse ran away. So how I came to Kunlun mountain and met the Queen Mother of the Jasper Sea, and she gave him the herb of immortality. He took the herb home and hid it in his room. But his wife, Tshang-o, one day came upon the hidden herb and ate some of it when I was not at home. The herb had a magical effect and Shang-o immediately floated up to the clouds. When she reached the moon, she saw a castle and went in. Since then, she lived in the castle as the Lady of the Moon. The Cracked Pot. Once upon a time, an elderly Chinese woman had two large pots. Each pot hung on the end of a pole which she carried across her shoulders. One of the pots was perfect while the other had a deep crack in it. At the end of the walk from the stream to the house, the cracked pot arrived only half full. It continued daily for 2 years. The perfect pot was proud of its accomplishment, but the cracked pot was ashamed of its own imperfection. One day the pot spoke to the woman. "I am ashamed of myself because this crack in my side causes water to leak out." The old woman smiled and said, "Did you notice that there are flowers on your side, on the path and not on the other side? I planted flower seeds on your side of the path, and every day you water them. With these beautiful flowers, I decorate my table." Play the lute to a cow. Once upon a time, in China, there lived a musician named Gong Ming Yi. He played all the musical instruments, especially the lute, very well. One day, when Gong Ming Yi was unwinding himself in the countryside, he saw a cow grazing in a field. He thought, "Everybody loves my music. Why don't I play some music for this cow?" He set the lute, plucked the strings, and started playing quaint music for the cow. But the cow did not pay attention to the music and kept grazing. Gong Ming Yi thought, "Maybe the cow doesn't like this one." Then he played another joyful music, but the cow still kept grazing. Gong Ming Yi kept changing songs, but the cow was totally indifferent. He felt disappointed and started questioning his abilities. At the end, the cow wandered away after it was well fed. A passerby said, "It's not because your music is bad, it is because the cow can't understand music at all." Gong Ming Yi felt relieved and went home, waiting for a hare under a tree. Long ago, there was a farmer. One day, while he was plowing his fields, he saw a hare running wildly towards a tree. Then the hare fell near the tree without a move. The farmer went over and saw that the hare ran so fast that it ran into a tree, broke its neck, and finally died. The farmer took the hare home and cooked a delicious meal for dinner. That night, the farmer thought, "I needn't work so hard. All I have to do is to wait every day by the tree to pick up the hare that runs into it." So he gave up farming. The next day, he sat near the tree all day and waited patiently for a second hare to come. Days went on, but a second hare never came. His neighbors saw his field overgrown with weeds and asked him the reason. When the farmer told them about the hare, everyone laughed out loud.
Thanks for watching. Do like, share, subscribe to Sahil Book House.